Good morning, children. Today we are going to finish our lesson agriculture. Today we will study the following topics: FCI, globalization, Bhudan. Bhudan is also known as bloodless revolution, Gramdan, Jhumi, means slash off and burnt agriculture. First, what is FCI? This is Food Corporation of India. As you know that in our country we have surplus food grains, so there is a need of maintaining, means distribution and storing, and this is done by FCI. It is maintaining how they will store that and how they will distribute among the whole country. This is FCI, Food Corporation of India. Earlier we have not such type of institution, so that there was a much problem. The grains were in the home of the farmers, and one side of the country people were facing the problem. That's why today government has started this type of institution. Government agencies are buying food grains from the farmers and storing in FCI. But there is a shortage of granaries in our countries. Here nearly we have a storing capacity of nearly 3.5 crore tons of grains, but our production is, we have today as a reserve buffer stock nearly 7 crore ton. It means we can fulfill our requirement continuously 2 years at least. Means if there is a problem of grains, production of grains, we will not feel any problem for 2 years. So FCI is maintaining here and that. Globalization, you know that globe means whole world. Today we are living in the global world. Global world here means what is producing in USA, within few weeks we are utilizing this. You know that example of Apple phone. There they are producing within 1 or 2 weeks, it is available in India. Many new things what our country is not producing, we are using. This is due to global trade. In this way, many countries are here that not producing grains, such as Arabian countries and many more. They are not fulfilling their requirements. That's why we are sending them, and sometimes when there is a requirement we are buying from them also. Here we are importing from others. It means we do not have sufficient surplus food grains due to low cost of transportation, such that in North India granaries are filled up, but in South India if there is a requirement of wheat, so transportation cost will be much high, so their price will rise. That's why sometimes we are importing it from Canada and other countries, especially wheat. So globalization has given us a tremendous scope to sell our food grains, fruits, vegetables in the world market, and from there we are getting the foreign exchange. Bhudan. You know that Bhudan, Bhu means land, Dan means donate. So Bhudan was a revolution started to, such as in a village, a person has 100 acres of land, and that he is not performing well there in his sometimes 10 acre, 15 acre is left. So he is not utilizing, not producing much. Vinoba Bhave was behind it. Vinoba Bhave was follower of Mahatma Gandhi, and he has started Bhudan movement. Means he has gone to village by village and village by village, and from big farmers asked 5 acre, 10 acre, 2 acre, 3 acres land what they were happily given to him. And you know that no one can lift up the land to donate others. It means that land was in the same village and given to the poor one who had not the lands. So he on this short small land he had done his hard labor to produce more grains. It is also known as a bloodless revolution because it was much successful without any shed of blood drop. It means happily people were happily agreed with Bhudan movement and he had followed the sentence told by Vinoba Bhave, what he has told before the people. They have happily agreed and all over the country this movement was done and many people who were earlier landless have got few acres of land donated by the zamindars and large farmers. Gramdan. Gramdan was also associated with Bhudan movement. Here, someone earlier, zamindars were there, gumastas were there. They had many villages in their control, and due to effect of Vinoba Bhave, they had accepted to release these villages in hand of the other people. Means all the land has distributed among the villagers. Earlier, all the lands were in hand of zamindars. So this is Bhudan is also known as bloodless revolution. Jhuming. Jhuming is a type of agriculture in our country, especially done in northeastern part of our country, such as in Nagaland, Mizoram, like this. What is Jhuming? Jhuming is also known as slash and burn agriculture. Slash means cutting down, burn means you know that burning. So this area is not much fertile and only bushes are there. So they are cutting the bushes and burning them. Now land is clear and after clearing the land they are utilizing this for growing the crops. Now 2 years, 3 years they had done their agricultural works and now fertility has over. So they have moved moved forward, again slash and burn, done the same. Now they have gone much forward after 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, they had started from beginning because now here again bushes has came and they had shed their leaves. So humus is being here and now it has become a little more fertile. It means they are slashing the bushes and burning them and utilizing them. But today government has stopped this type of agriculture because of two reasons. First, it is promoting deforestation and second, pollution. That's why today we are not doing this. This is a ban in India, but in many other countries they are continue. And in other countries, Jhuming is known by different names. In your book, you will find in our country, in many states such as in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, they are known by different names. In Assam, it is known as different names, and in the worldwide, in other countries, by different names. So you have to study that. In your book, it is given different names of Jhuming, means slash and burn agriculture in different states and different countries. This is the end of your lesson today. And one suggestion I will give you, if you will read the book, NCERT book, one time, it will be clear because you know that this is much easy and most of the points you have studied in class 8 and 9. That's why it will be easy but important for your examination. Today, we have completed this. Next, we will start our history.